Okay, side note, I've actually found my least favorite part of the AMG GT Black Series, so I'm trying to review the car now, but the fans cooling the engine down have been going off, making the loudest noise for the better part of the last 10 minutes. Please quiet down so I can film. Listen how loud this is. Nice Black Series and an SLS behind it. So Zach came up with a good idea. Because we're focusing on Mercedes today, why not hop down the street to Mercedes-Benz World and maybe go over all of the previous generation Black Series. Pretty cool A45S color. This place is enormous. My gosh. No, I said this place. Which floor? F1 car is nice. One. How cool is this exploded view of a Formula One car and all of its different components? There we go, an assembled Formula One car. Look at the rear end of the Formula E car. It almost kind of reminds me of the Bugatti Bolide with its crazy X-wing pattern in the rear. That's what I'm talking about. V10 Formula One engine.
That engine is a very similar engine that would have been in the Williams car that's in our museum.
Nice.
2004, the 2005.
That's epic.
So it's kind of...
Look at the exhaust on this one. That is so cool. The matte white paint job is amazing.
No screen on the steering wheel. No, just buttons, no screen.
Check it out, the C63 Black Series. This is one good looking C-Class. Maybe the best looking generation of C-Class, and of course the Black Series takes it to a whole nother level. Naturally aspirated V8, 517 horsepower. Wow. Tasteful wing as well. CLK Black Series, made in 2008. This thing still made 507 horsepower. Pretty impressive, and I absolutely love the massive flared fenders, the little vents on the side. Are those functional, actually? Looks like they are. Massive fenders on the rear. Now, unfortunately, they don't have an SLS Black Series here, but they do have an SLS GT3, which is honestly cooler, and apparently this specific one is owned by a friend of Zach's.
Indeed.
That's pretty awesome. 580 plus horsepower, more downforce, lighter weight. Imagine driving this on the road. That would be pretty epic. And the side pipe.
And did you know the red frame is even shorter than the standard?
No, I didn't know
SLS.
that.
So if you watch one of these go around a track, they shift really quickly.
Wow.
Because quickly. So.
Taking a look at this new CLA 45. And look at the interior. It's actually got a really cool screen and steering wheel. It's got the sport buckets, nice head. It's got the same seats I had in my E63 also. I love that they've got a test track out here and then a skid pad, which I assume has water come up from the ground so you can drift more easily. Cool little car show next door. Look at this van. The interior is incredible. That is so cool. How's this for a cafe? How wild is this? In 1927, this Sunbeam set the world record at 203 miles an hour. How wild is this car? It's called the Napier Railton, and it has a 24-liter V12 engine in it, which happens to be right here. And at the time, having 4 valves per cylinder, double overhead cam is absolutely insane. And apparently, oh, we can even see it run. Now, apparently, this thing ran a circuit on the Bonneville Salt Flats. Over 24 hours, it averaged 150 miles an hour, and that's including fuel stops. And it happens to look, what do you think? Looks pretty darn cool, huh? It could go 170 miles an hour in 1935. Could you imagine going 170 miles an hour and that is the passenger compartment? And check out how unique the exhaust is. These flat little exhaust tips and then a third one here. It kind of reminds me of the Regera exhaust. So then in 1947, they set the land speed record at 402 miles an hour, taking 2 of those engines and supercharging both of them, putting them in that. Could you frickin' imagine? Cool Type 37 Bugatti. I have absolutely no idea what I'm looking at, but really cool airplane parts. Oh my gosh. All right, it officially looks like Star Wars now with these jet engines. Oh my gosh. Oh, a Rolls Royce. No way. That is sick. Look at the size of the wind tunnel needed to test out airplanes. That is so cool. This has to be one of the craziest bombs I've ever, well, I mean, I haven't seen too many bombs, but it's called the Tall Boy, and it actually penetrates the ground before exploding and then explodes in the ground, causing an earthquake, which leads to more destruction. What? Look how incredible this is. The infamous Concorde, powered by some Rolls-Royce engines. Not only is the Concorde one of the most beautiful planes ever created, it could go 1,354 miles an hour and go from New York to London in under 3 hours. How crazy is that? Check it out, we've got two Senna GTRs, the original concept, which had the massive dinner plate style front splitter, and then the prototype Senna GTR, more like the wing that they actually used on the actual one they built into production. And then behind here, we've got a full Lego 720S. I never thought I'd end up in a bus museum, but here we are.
Oh, I've got one of them.
Damn you. Look at this plane. Would you fly across the English Channel in that?
I'd rather swim. I'd rather drown.
This is the guts these people had to fly something that's basically made of paper mache. This is insane. Check out the turrets up at the front. I love being able to see the kind of exoskeleton.
It's called a Wellington bomber.
You and your knowledge, man. Impressive. You just read the sign,
No,
though.
I've been here enough times.
Look at this. They've got a rear-mounted turret as well, completely isolated from the rest of the cabin. Could you imagine just being locked in there? This is called a Hawker, and it was the first ever plane to successfully do a vertical takeoff, meaning it doesn't have to go really fast down a runway. It's able to take off vertically, and that was done all the way back in 1959. Well, guys, what a day. From AMG GT Black Series to Concorde airplanes. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Like always, please browse the channel and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you next video.